Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout for the conclusion of the Stakes miniseries. Since these last two episodes really work best as one, I'll be combining my reviews into one video again. Alright, let's get started. Part 7, Checkmate, wasn't what I thought it would be coming from the previous two episodes. Instead of coming to attack Marceline, the Vampire King instead wants to call a truce and have his vampire juice sucked from him. Sounds like a good night, right? Now, I believed him when he said this, so watching everyone attack him got annoying, but luckily Marceline realized that they needed to break the vicious cycle that they've been in for hundreds of years. It's not every day you see a villain pretty much give up and refuse to fight. I think that says a lot about the Vampire King. What's more interesting is that once he's free of the vampirism, he becomes a lion.
Kitty!
Best makeover ever!
So, was this what he was before being bitten? Just some lion? I feel like we could have gotten a better explanation of that, but then again, none of the other members of the Court of Vampires were given any kind of backstories. I almost want to say this was meant to be a tiny reference to Aslan the Lion from Chronicles of Narnia, except in that story he's meant to be God, so I doubt there's any connection there. While not quite the epic fight I pictured, we do get a somewhat epic finale to this miniseries. After accidentally spilling VK's essence, it becomes this smoke monster and starts destroying everything. I don't think at that point it was the Vampire King anymore. I know Marceline treats it as such, but I think she was just dealing with the vampire's sickness itself. I'd hoped the series would end with some really big changes to the characters, but instead things mostly return to the way they were before the miniseries. That's not necessarily a bad thing in and of itself, but yeah, Marceline has become a vampire again, and Ice King is still Ice King. We did get a very sweet moment where Ice King motivates Marceline to stop moping around and fight back against the smoky Vampire King monster, which was some of the cutest and funniest moments in these last two episodes.
Did you just call me a cockroach, Simon?
What? No. No.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes.
It's really snuck up on me, but Ice King really isn't much of a villain anymore. He started out that way, yet the show has done a really great job humanizing him by revealing his backstory. Now he considers Finn, Jake, and Marceline to be his friends. Hopefully this eventually leads to Simon returning, but maybe that's more of a series finale type deal. This episode also probably adds plenty of fire to the Marceline and PB ship. There were just quite a few blushing moments here or there. I'm still not leaning either way when it comes to this particular ship. It'll probably end up being similar to how I felt about Korra and Asami being a couple. Speaking of Korra, I was getting a real Avatar vibe when Marceline pretty much goes all Sailor Moon to defeat the monster. Also, what's up with that heart mouth thing? It was really creepy. It seemed kind of Deus Ex, but it's still flippin' cool. Okay, there was at least one big change that came about because of the Stakes miniseries, and that was the Princess King of Oo, who ends up being melted and having the throne stolen by Crunchy. That's not going to last long, as PB is immediately going to go and steal the throne from him, but still, it's actually interesting that the King of Oo didn't even remain king for the remainder of the season. To be honest, I don't think he really added much of anything to the show anymore. It was interesting for a few episodes, but I'm glad he's gone. But he is shown sleeking off, so he might return. I hope not. All in all, I'm sad that Marceline is a vampire again. I think it would have really shooken things up a bit with a human demon Marceline walking around again. But at the very least, she does admit to being grown up now. So I look forward to more episodes featuring her. After 8 episodes, I don't expect that to happen anytime soon, though. So, what did you think of the Stakes miniseries as a whole? Was it fun learning more about Marceline, or did you feel like we didn't get as much information as you would have liked? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.